What's going on, guys? This is Randy with RideshareRebel.com. In today's video, I'm going to go into the 5 reasons why Uber is a better platform to drive than Lyft. And that's not to say that Lyft is a bad platform. I actually drive for both, and I think you should too. But in my experience, Uber is just better at this point. So the 5 reasons why I feel this is true is the number 5 reason is the Uber app. It's just laid out very nice. It's very cohesive, as opposed to the Lyft app where things are kind of, you have to kind of find things like ratings, for instance. It's easy for me to go in and check my ratings in the Uber app. Everything is just there. It's just easy, way easier to use for me. Of course, you can get around. You can get around that. I mean, that's not a huge difference because that information is there in Lyft. You just have to go to the home page. Whereas Uber, it's right there, just a click of a button, and it's pretty easily accessible. The number 4 reason is the Uber navigation. This might have mixed reviews depending on the driver you talk to. Some people might think that the Uber app navigation is no good. I love it. I've had no issues with the Uber navigation, and it's actually pretty spot on. Yeah, it's going to take you down some back alleys sometimes, or some it's not going to take always the best route that you would think that it should take, but it's like with anything, with Google Maps or with Waze. So Lyft recently added the in-app navigation, at least in my area. It's only been around for maybe a month. Before that, you had to hook up Google Maps or Waze, and it was just off. Like it would tell you that you've reached your destination with Google Maps, and yes, you've reached the street, but not the actual house. I drive mostly nights, so you need spot on pins, and with Uber, I've pretty much had that. It gets me right in front of the house, pretty much all the time. So yeah, Uber navigation for me has been awesome. I really can't complain too much. Lyft, they now have, like I said, the in-app navigation where they use Google Maps. It's there's a few bugs with it. One being you can't see the step-by-step navigation of where you're going, whereas most apps you can click on list navigation. It'll tell you step-by-step, turn left here, turn right there. You can't see that right now, which is an issue. But number 4, Uber has some real nice navigation. So number 3, the number 3 reason why I choose Uber over Lyft, but think you should drive for both, if that makes any sense. Uber, especially in my market, every market's going to be different, but you're going to have, there's way more riders, way more Uber riders than there are Lyft riders. There are, of course, way more Uber drivers in my area, but definitely more riders. I mean, there's been times where Lyft has offered some nice bonuses, and I've tried like hell to hit these bonuses, but the riders just aren't there. Or a lot of times the bonuses will also attract the drivers to come out, so now you're competing with a lot more drivers and still not as many riders as Uber. So that's a huge advantage on Uber's side. The number 2 reason why I think Uber is better than Lyft is the surge. So Uber, the whole city and the surrounding areas in my area, it could be lit up red, surging. I turn on the Lyft app, and little squares, little portions of the city, same time, same day, same everything, is lit up as surge. So One example is I usually drive nights, but I was driving a morning, and Lyft was taking me for a 20-minute pickup. And I didn't take it. I didn't accept the ride. I knew that, it's prime time, it's early in the morning, people are looking for rides to work, and I was going to lose some valuable pickups if I'm driving 20 minutes away. So I flipped on the Uber app, and immediately I got a 2x surge that was 10 minutes closer than if I would have taken that Lyft ride. So not only was it closer for me, I was also making extra money off the surge. So Uber's surge is way better. I mean, there's more, because there's more riders, there's more demand. Uber obviously is going to have more surge prices available, especially during game days, stuff like that. So the number one reason why I feel Uber is better than Lyft for drivers are the long distance pickup fees. So back in 2017, Uber did the 180 days of change, where they basically listened to drivers' requests and just fixed a bunch of things that is helping drivers, and has been huge for myself. So with Lyft, and especially in my market, and me driving at night, my pickups are all long. So my first one might be 20 minutes away, my next one might be 15, the next one 30, and every time I go to pick up somebody long distance, I'm not getting paid for my time. So I'm missing out on potential closer rides. One time I was in the middle of the city and I got pinged 25 minutes away. I ended up taking it, and it wasn't the best area, let's just put it that way. So I went, did the drive, and the passenger got in and she said, "You're gonna hate me." I saw you were coming from the city and I'm only going around the block. So here I was, I drove 25 minutes away to go around the block, essentially for the minimum fare. And now I'm in not the best neighborhood, and I have to drive all the way back to the city. And it's not worth it for the driver. Whereas Uber, anything over 13 minutes, you're getting a long distance pickup fee that's being charged to the rider. Eventually I would imagine Lyft will change this policy. I think it does a disservice to the rider, because if let's say the rider's 30 minutes away and they're stranded, they're going to pay an extra $2, $3, $4 to ensure that a driver is going to come out. So with Uber, I'll definitely take those long distance pickups 20, 25 minutes away, and knowing that I'm getting paid for my time, as opposed to Lyft, where I'm getting dragged 25, sometimes 30 minutes for a minimum fare. Recently I had a long distance pickup with Lyft. It was 17 minutes away. And then I took the rider 17 minutes from that point, and essentially I made less than $10. So again, another instance where it's really not worth your time to do those kind of pickups. So that's my big frustration with Lyft. Like I said, I'm gonna keep on driving for Lyft, because Lyft has a ton of perks themselves, and there's a lot of reasons why I also enjoy driving for Lyft. You just have to pick and choose, when you flick the app on, to make it worth your while. So in future videos I'll talk about maximizing your time, and picking good times to turn on your Lyft app as opposed to Uber. But hope you guys enjoyed the top 5 reasons why I drive for Uber, and why I think Uber's better than Lyft. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, comment below your thoughts, why you like one platform over the other. You know, I do like both platforms, and I'm going to keep on driving for both in the foreseeable future. But those are just my 5 for Uber. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.